My name is Norbert Piché. I'm the country director for the Jesuit Refugee service here based in Montreal. The mission of JRS is to help refugees wherever they may be. We have a sponsorship program for refugees, and we also do some advocacy as well as public awareness about refugee issues. And what we're doing here today is a simulation exercise called a journey into exile. The purpose of this simulation exercise is to give people, the participants, an idea of what it's like to be a refugee. In Western countries today, there is a growing backlash against refugees. So what we would hope is that people gain a better understanding of what it's like to be a refugee. So we're actually going to be experiencing this simulation exercise, a journey into exile. Each group represents a different region of the world where refugees come from. One of them is from the Middle East. Another one is from Africa. And the other one is from Central America and the Caribbean. Each participant will assume the identity of a refugee. They will have to make decisions based on their identity. Like, for example, if they are a 16-year-old fleeing Honduras and they have only $1,000 with them, they have to make those decisions that they will be confronting based on that identity. Well, the first activity, people will be forced to flee their home, and they have to decide what items they have to bring with them. And so they have to decide that as a group. So it's to give them this simulation of what it's actually like to have to flee your home, and also to show them that, well, it's limited what they can bring. And oftentimes there's no right or wrong answer. It's just, this is how it is. This is what they actually live through. When they, for example, you have Central Americans that are trying to make it to the United States or even Canada, they have to decide, well, do I stop and claim refugee status in Mexico, or do I try to make it to the United States? And if I make it to the United States, do I cross the border irregularly, or do I try to present myself at an official border crossing? And then, after they've made their decision, then I tell them what the consequences are. For example, if somebody decides to stay in Mexico, then they are detained for a number of months during that whole time that they make their claim. For somebody who tries to cross the Arizona desert, well, there's a chance that they might die during the crossing of the desert. So those are the kinds of consequences that they have to face. Well, my hope is that people, first of all, become more aware, and once they become more aware, they can be in better solidarity with refugees and then take action, do something. Whether it's spread the word or sponsor a refugee family or anything that will help the cause of refugees. So that's my hope.